Hi, I'm Mrs. Strom and I am back. So in the last video, you learned how to name your files correctly. Hopefully they're showing up in the correct place. We're gonna go over that really quick this time again. And then I saved pictures. I saved one from the internet, and then I also went into my files. I copied a picture that I already had saved to another folder and pasted it in my web design period 6 folder. All right, so we're actually going to start coding from the very beginning. I am going to right click and go to search and type in Notepad. And I'm going to go save as. And I'm going to make sure I am in documents in my first web page. I'm going to save this as first, you know what, it's fine if you have a space too. First web page 01. In the olden days, you couldn't have spaces, you couldn't have dashes or anything like that. You could have underscores. And I think really best practices is to have underscores or no spaces. But really HTML5 is super strong. So we're going to go ahead and have spaces. So we have first web page 01, but either way is fine. And remember, your encoding has to be UTF-8. All right, that's super important. All right, and I'm going to press save. Excellent. So let's go through this again. Remember, you're going to start with an exclamation point and caps lock, type. You are telling any program that's reading this information that this document is written in HTML. All right, and then you're going to go into HTML again. And here we're going to keep our document nice and tidy so we can find any mistakes, because we're going to be adding a lot as we go on. Okay, so we're going to actually backspace here. We're going to go ahead and write our head. Okay. And remember, whatever is in the head is not going to show on the web page itself. What will show is the title. But first, we need to tell the programs to read this meta information, and we're telling them the character set is that UTF, so it's going to be quotation mark UTF-8, quotation mark, and a bracket. So that's why it's important to save this as UTF, because HTML5 is encoded in UTF-8. All right, so now we're going to get to the fun stuff, which is our title. Remember, the title won't show on your web page, all right? It's not a heading. The title is going to show on the address bar, like right up here, favorite things to do, okay? That's our old one, though. So I'm going to click here. All right, so title, and I'm going to type in favorite things to do. All right, and then you're going to end this title. Whoops, that's not right. I'm going to end with a / title and a bracket. Okay, it's important that you have a beginning tag, TAG, and an ending tag. Okay, so the title beginning tag is here, the ending tag is here, and again, this is just going to appear in that little tab, okay, at the top. And we are going to end the head. And again, in HTML, it does not matter if it's caps, all caps, or lowercase, but I just like to keep this neat and tidy and consistent. So I'm going to use uppercase for those big types of things, and lowercase for other things. All right, so again, uppercase or lowercase. For some reason, I just like body. I think it's best practices that the body is lowercase. So we're going to have body, and then we're going to have our H1. Remember, like we talked last, H1 is that biggest heading, okay, the most important heading. And we'll talk more about that in SEOs, search engine optimization, and other reasons why you use H1. But right now, we just need to know that's the biggest and most important. All right, so my heading is going to be I love hiking. Now, I do not want yours to be I love hiking unless you do love hiking. You're going to think about what you like to do and that's going to be your first heading, okay? Your biggest heading. So whatever it is that you're going to show pictures of, that's what you're going to have here as your first heading, all right? So what do you like to do? I love to go hiking, so I'm going to use that. Now we're going to put an enter and a tab. Remember, we're keeping it nice and neat. And we're going to use a paragraph. And then we're going to have an image source. Okay, so IMG sorry, SRC stands for image source, and my image source equals the exact name that is in your folder, JPEG, needs to be that image source. So I'm going to go back in and check, make sure, go here, make sure in Web Design 6, in my first web page, that Hiking 01 is in fact named Hiking 01. All right. So, and I'm going to go here and save just to be safe. Okay, image source equals Hiking 01. Now, I'm not going to end this tag yet. And images have a beginning and ending all in one. Okay, you're not going to have a beginning tag for image and a ending tag for image. It's all going to be in one. But you do need an alternate description, okay? That's that alt tag, but it's all within the image source tag. So alt equals hiking by oneself on mountain. Oh, let's make this bigger here. On mountain. Okay. Now we're going to end that image source tag. Now remember, you have to have an alternate description for your photo. One, it makes it easy for search engine optimization to work, all right? Your web page will be found easier when your photos are named, whatever you're talking about, okay? Here I'm talking about hiking. Also, it'll help when someone who is blind is looking at the web page might be read to them, or they might be hovering over things, and that web page will actually be able to say image of hiking by oneself on mountain. Okay, so it's really important you use those alt tags. Plus in HTML5, it's necessary. All right, so here I'm going to go ahead and put in a break. So I have a space with my two images, between my two images, and I am going to add another image source. Remember, image source, IMG space SRC equals, and I know my next image source is called Hiking 02. It's also a JPEG image. Remember, there are many extensions an image can be, so you have to know what the extension is for it to show correctly. And if you don't, it will show that there's a mistake. And that's fine. Mistakes are okay. All right, I'm going to go save again just for the fun of it. All right, get in that habit. It's a good habit. All right, and now my alt information is going to be hiking with a friend. All right, you might want to be more descriptive, but for now, I think that's perfectly fine. All right, and before we talked about ending your body, I really like to do it as I end because I don't know, it just is this feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm done. This is awesome. I am ending the body, I'm ending the HTML, and boom, we're done. Oh, whoops, look what I forgot. I could easily see I forgot something because I see the beginning tag. I don't see an ending tag in my paragraph, so I need to do that. I need to go and end my paragraph. All right, so now I'm going to go save, and that has saved all of my text document, all of my HTML, okay? So now I need to go to save as, and I'm going to force save this as a .html document. I am going to make sure that encoding is UTF, which it is, and I'm going to make sure I'm in that first web page, and it shows my other text document that is in there. All right, so actually I'm going to go and name this. Oh, you know what? It shows the text document, but I'm saving this as a forced extension of HTML, so that's good. That's right. All right, so now I'm saving it as a .html because that's going to allow my browser to see that. Now, your friends at their house won't be able to pull this up on their browser because this is just on your computer right now. We'll learn at the end of the year how to upload that to an actual site, but for now, we're just doing it at our local computer here. Okay, so I'm going to go into my documents, into my web design period 6, my first web page, and yes, there it is. So my forced extension of .html is allowing me to open it in a browser. My computer is saving it as a Chrome document, which is totally fine, but you can right click and open it in any browser. And sometimes we need to do that for certain things we have in a website, but that's a lot. That's far down the line. So I'm going to go ahead and double click this and see what we've got. Yes, my first web page is complete. All right, so I love hiking and I have 2 pictures here. You notice one is smaller than the other. All right, I will teach you at a later date how to actually size your pictures. But for right now, that is pretty darn cool. All right, nice work. Next, we'll go on to adding text to this document, but for now, that's good. All right, have fun, go create. And remember, you can have this open, this document that you're looking at through the video, and you can have another document open. Okay, so I'm going to go here, right click, search. You're going to start your notepad, like that, and you can have this over here. So you can be watching me and writing on your document at one time. Super easy to size those, okay? Or you can pull and go to the one side or the other. All right, have fun. See you soon. Bye. All right, see if I can end this. There we go.